Hi, I'm Lynne with Softsquares. It is time for the Saturday Stitch-uation, so let's talk about all things quilting. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I'm going to tell you all about my last week and things that are related to sewing. So last week, now I'm drawing a blank. Everything is going by so fast for the summer. I was gone for a week, then I was home for a couple days, and I was gone again. And now I'm back. I did a shop hop video, which I'm in the process of editing right now. Hopefully it will come out before you see this video, but go look for it because it is the Utah shop hop and I hit 13 stores. And the video covers each of the stores, what their theme was, the things I came away from, you know, they gave things out, and the things I purchased from the store. So it's basically a quilt shop, quick quilt shop tour, like super quick, and a fabric and notions haul video. So it is well worth the watch. And like there's 13 stores up and down the Wasatch Front, which is in Utah. So go check that out. So I had that going on. We have a new grandbaby, so we had to go see her. So we were in Arizona for a few days, and while I was there, I did a quilt shop tour of Mad Bee's quilting store, and watch for that video. It should be coming out next week. It's working its way through. I have all these things I've started and it's working its way through. That is a Bernina store. They were super busy. I was there on a day when they had some big thing going on and tons of people, and anyway, lots of fun, lots and lots of cool stuff in there. Now today I just got back from going to the Salt Lake Quilt Craft and Sewing Festival. This is the little flyer I had. It is mostly quilting, but they did have some jewelry and some, like the rhinestones. They had a lot of long arm companies in there. This is sponsored by Brother, Janome, and Handy Quilter. They did have, let's see, oops. They had some classes. Now this is still going on through the end of the day on Saturday. Today is actually Friday when I'm taping this. So yesterday, today, tomorrow. So depending on where you live, it goes 10 to 4 on Saturday at the Expo Center in Sandy, Utah. And I have a video with information on that. A quick run through of the quilts that were displayed by the Utah Quilt Guild. And here's their little pamphlet flyer thing. And a lot of stuff. So, but I also purchased some things at that. Now I will show you what I came out of there with. I'm not going to show you anything I picked up during the shop hop because there's a lot of it and it's all already covered in that video. So again, look for that video. If it's not out right now, it will be coming out really, really soon by the end of the day. So let me show you what I picked up. I can't walk past a bargain, so there we go with that. Okay, so I picked up a couple things on Amazon though. First, I want to show you this. This is says leather handmade craft tool. It is, looks like there's two pieces to it. It's a corner ruler. I like having that 90-degree angle. Oh, plastic. Inside a plastic bag. Okay, there's two of the same ruler. That's all right. And it is, looks like 8 inches each side. So it's really good for squaring up a block. Just squaring things. I could totally see using this with my embroidery machine. So that was an Amazon find. I also found this on Amazon. It's a whole bunch of floss thread. So I can, when I start doing my cross stitch again, which has been a really long time, but I have a lot of different colors. I have a couple other things I picked up already, but that was a really, really good deal and just a nice little compact kit. So I have that. I also picked up some labels. Now I already have these, and I bought another package of this. This is by Righty Blake, Be in My Bonnet. These are the So Handy stickers that I use. There's a ton of stickers in here. Numbers are included to mark rows, 5 colors. Let's see, it doesn't say how many are in here, but there's multiple pages, and I use them all the time. So because I use them, I don't have a lot of A, B, and C, or 1, 2, 3, because they're like the first thing that I take off of there. So I felt like I needed to get some more. But I bought this too, because this will be really helpful for marking these with their color and some other things. I'm not exactly sure. I just feel like this marking system would be good for something along those lines. We'll see. All right, what else have I got here? I picked up these little, this is also an Amazon find, these little rings. So I do bag making, it's been a long time, so I don't have this hardware, and I just saw it and thought I wanted it. So it's a box of a whole bunch of colors. Try to see if I can give you an idea here. There's a ton of colors. This is just some of them that popped out of it. So it's, I want to say 100 pieces, maybe 50, 12 colors. I don't know, but there's a lot in this little box. And so that's just some hardware that I picked up, again, also through Amazon. So now I'm going to show you what I picked up today at this craft fair. As I've mentioned before, I'm collecting charms, and there is a gal there who makes these really cool necklaces. Let's see. I think it got a little tangled. Hold on here. Hold on a minute. There we go. Handmade with love. So she had different styles. Hopefully you can see that. I wonder if I can put something behind it so you can see it better. Does that help? So it has a lot of little sewing things on there, and it's a pretty good sized chain, so I could wear it, but we'll probably keep it with all my little pins and pendants on the wall. But it has a tape measure, a yardstick, an iron, a sewing machine, spool of thread, and some old-fashioned scissors. So just cute. Add that to my little jewelry stuff. I did pick up a pin while I was there. This is from Connecting Threads, but I picked it up at the Superior Threads booth. Just a little tiny little block pin. I just found this. This is the gal who made the necklace. So if you are interested in her stuff, she does a lot of hand felting. I don't know if that's the right term. She works with wool, little tiny patterns, and they're gorgeous. So she had a big booth of stuff, and she's running it all by herself. She's made everything herself. She goes to these shows by herself, and she also makes the jewelry. Love to support hardworking, self-employed people, but her jewelry is fun, and she's got other things too, so check her out. But that's where that necklace came from. Alright, I also purchased from her some quilt hangers. So here's one. It has just the little clips on the end. Here's another one that she was selling half price, but it's just a bunch of quilt blocks. It's a good size one. So all the blocks that I used to have on the wall that were my little onesie twosie blocks, especially like this one, this is what I wanted, is something the right size to work with that as a solo item. So there's what that is. All right. Okay, back to that gal. This is her shop. She put this in my bag. I didn't see it. But this is the type of things that she does in her kits are. They are really nice. And tiny. You can't, she says you can machine applique, but she does all of hers by hand. From My Heart to Your Hands, Lori Smith Quilts, and from myhearttoyourhands.com. Anyway, check her out. And picked up a pattern on sale. That one looks kind of fun. Looks like it has some different variations on the back. No Y seams, it says. That's good to know. So I have that one. I picked up this quilt, and I knew it would be a little bit of a challenge. If you look close, you can see it has some curve to it. In fact, here's one of the blocks. And I knew there'd be a curve. I do know how to make a curve. I haven't done a lot of it. And I figured this is pretty, and it would stretch my skills a little bit. But I needed to buy a template, so it's the Drunkard's Path. And this is the template that fits that pattern. So it's a 3-inch template, and it has all the pieces that you see on here. And they're the size that needed to follow this pattern, but they're good for other things. But I got what I need to make that, and I just think it's really pretty. It's called Flowers Through the Lattice. Isn't it pretty? A lot going on, but it's pretty. I have some fabric in mind that I think would work really well with that. I've noticed that there are some other YouTubers that are doing legit kits. They had a booth. Now, I have a lot of projects that I already am in the middle of, that I want to start, that I have ready to start, that I didn't want to pick up a legit kit today, but I did pick up their brochure, and they had a lot of them out, and it was just impressive, really, really cool to see. So this is what they are. It's like a foundation paper piecing method. So you are making these elaborate large picture quilts. Let's see here. And here's some more. They might have others. This is just what's in their little pamphlet, but they are coming soon. Let's see, Color Vortex Block of the Month. That sounds like fun. And I wonder if that's what this picture is, if it's the Color Vortex, or if it is just, you know, what they're using on the front. It makes me think it could be that. Legit Kits. LEGITKITS.com. So if you are interested in checking those out, I have seen other YouTubers doing these. They look less intense or less intimidating than if you were to try this on your own. So they walk you through that process. So anyway, pick that up. I also grabbed a needle travel. This is a full book of quilt shops across the US. It might even have outside of the US. I'm not really sure. But I have an older book, and the pandemic affected a lot of things. Plus, I just know of some quilt stores just in my area that were closing prior to that. So I know there's updates, and this book will help me when I'm traveling to find quilt shops near me or where I'm going. So, and that's how I found out about Mad Bees, is I Googled it, but it'd be so much nicer. I like paper references, so this will be good. Okay, we have more. Now we're on to the fabric. These were some fat quarters. Oh, we'll open them up. Fat quarters. And if I can see what they're called, I will tell you, but for the most part, they're just kind of random. This one says Spring Breeze by Greta Lynne for canvas, which is Benertex. This one does not say Rose Whispers, but I don't know anything else. And then I picked up 4 fat quarters of this, so that means I have a yard of it. And this one does not say on the selvage. I happened to pick a piece that didn't have anything on it. But they also had it in a red, which I did not pick up. but I have a yard of this. It looks really familiar. A lot of you might even just know what it is. Here's another edge. Let's see if it tells me. It's Benartex Terry Runyon. It's Raining Cats and Dogs. So that's where this is from. So again, I have 4 of those. I have a yard. This was almost a yard. It was a remnant. This I grabbed 2 yards of. This is a $5 5-yard piece of fabric. Great for backing. Who does this one? This is Moda. Choose to make the bad times good and the good times unforgettable. Basic gray, Frankie. And I did it again. I forgot to tell you what this one was. I figure I'm showing them to you. You might like them. You might want to know what they are. So I do my best to try to tell you if I can. This one is Peacock Manor by Lynette Anderson of Lynette Anderson Designs, which is RJR Fabrics. And then the other one that I had shown as a remnant. It is Collectible Calicos by Laura Beringer from Studio 37 Fabrics. And that's that one. Okay, so everything else are big pieces. They're all at least a yard. Actually, I think that's all that these are. They're all in bags, so I'm going to take them out one by one. Basic gray. The next one is Summertime is Always the Best of What Might Be, Charles Bowden. And I also picked this up in a white with a black background, or the black lines, I mean. So there's the green, and then here's the white with the black. Nantucket Summer by Camille Ross Kelly. That one had a little better selvage. And then these others are just 1 yards, but I also was thinking it's possible some of these could go together as 1 yard quilts. I just wanted to get some 1 yard pieces. Okay. This is Enchanted, Valerie Wells, Bird Medallions from Free Spirit. Be Cross Stitch by Lori Holt, Variety Blake Designs. These two actually would work really well together as far as their coloring. Whether they end up together, I don't know. So these were discounted yards of fabric. I just cannot spend $12, $13, $14, even $10 a yard. Don't like it. So we have this one. Quilters Combination by softsquares. Danish design, printed in Japan. This print is in two different colors, with the olive green and the kind of a charcoal gray. A yard of each one of them. They are Quilter's Choice, or sorry, Quilter's Combination, softsquares.com. And there's a third one. There it is in the blue. Okay, these next three fabrics look like they're from the same line. I'm hoping that they will work together. They might need something to break them up because they're all about the same shade of blue. But this is by Free Spirit. It is enchanted. I had a pink one of these at the beginning of this section. And then there's this one, a little bit bigger prints from the same line. And the last one is this one. So here's what the three of them look like together. They are very, very similar in their value. I'm thinking if I did use these together, I would need to add some solid, at least maybe two other solids to tie it together and break it up. But those are pretty. And they could just end up in the same project with some other things and be just fine. The last piece of fabric I have is this one. This one is Quilters Combination by softsquares. So, a good blender. This is also Quilters Combination. If you look at it for a while, it makes you start to think that they're twirling. I like it. I came out of there with a bunch of one-yard fabrics, but they were extremely well priced. Really, really good priced. And things I don't have and that I think would be a nice variety to my stash. And I feel like I would be inclined to use. They had a ton of fabric I did not take. So anyway, here we go with all that. That's just from those two vendors that had the 1 yard pieces that I picked up. And then I have the others I've already opened and moved to the side, but they are the 5 yard pieces and the remnants and the fat quarters. So there's more fabric. I did come out with fabric. This is an Amazon find. This tape right here. This is really, really good for putting zippers in. You can put the tape down underneath the zipper before you do your top stitch and it keeps it in place. And these were a really good deal. I don't remember what I paid, but they're called Hot Top 1/4 inch quilting stuff. 2 rolls with 22 yards. Wow, I don't know if it's 22 each or 11 each. I am feeling overwhelmed with what I've committed to. as far as videos. So I will be doing this Saturday Stitch-uation, and as you know, it doesn't have a time anymore. It should come out any time on Saturday. Hopefully it's Saturday, otherwise it could be the Sunday Stitch-uation. But I'm not going to be focusing on the Maker's Monday anymore. I have a bunch of projects, and there's no point to start another project just to do a Maker's Monday when there are other projects going on and videos for those. So you probably noticed last week there wasn't one, and the week before I was just coming home from my cruise and it just didn't happen to have one. So there will be additional projects come out. You might see a Maker's Monday once in a while, but it's not going to be a weekly thing, but there should be a lot of videos coming on. So as you can see behind me, these are the block of the month squares for RebsFabStash for their wildflower block of the month quilt going on. I have the Daydream quilt that's waiting for me to do the finishing kit. I've done all 12 blocks of that, and so some big projects going on and a big stack of quilts that need to be bound, and then I need to do my pictures and show and tell. I'm getting around to it. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm not going to be as strict with the schedule because I need to get stuff done. And so, but you'll be seeing what I'm doing because I love to share what I'm doing, and I like to see if I can help other people with what they're doing and with their trials. I am a sit down and sew, and I've been taping, but my videos are, you probably have noticed, they're not necessarily a tutorial. They're more like, see how I did it. So with me, so I'm going to maybe use a little bit different wording, but it's the same thing. It's just me sewing, and you can see how my creative process is and how I think through things and how I put things together. So nothing major, but just slight little tweaks going on over here. So my winner last week did claim it. She got that in the mail. Thank you so much for everybody who contributed and commented on that. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, I will be doing another one, so keep watching to see when that is, and they will be announced in the Saturday Stitch-uation videos, the contest as well as the winners. So this is the video to watch for information and stuff like that. I think that's all I have for you today, which is kind of short and sweet, but yet enough, right? So thank you for being here with me today. If I can help with anything or you want to see something specific, let me know. I have been taking your suggestions into mind as I make videos and come up with other things. There's a lot of things, suggestions you guys have given me that I have not been able to get to yet. Doesn't mean that I won't. So thank you again for hanging out with me. And I'm just realizing you can't really see this shirt, and this shirt is cute. Again, it's in my Etsy store, and I have this same print on a white mug. So anyway, that's it for me today. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.